I'm Robert Therrell.
And I'm Chase Bridges.
We're both screenwriters.
Listen along each week as we
either work together to write a new short film
or go head to head with competing movie pitches.
This is
Written By.
Why do you have a hammer?
Because, man, I can't be contained. I'm supposed to sit here and be a part of your system. Talk about silly stories. Oh man, Robert, I should be hammering something.
What do you want to hammer?
I don't know, man. I should probably build something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do we need? You need something? Like a bookshelf?
Actually, I do need something.
What do you need?
I need a shelf for my records.
Okay.
Because I was looking into buying one, and all the ones I like are really expensive.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe I should build one. I don't know when I have time to build one.
Or we could just take this hammer and rob someone, and then you could have the money to just buy it.
That's the plan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I get what I want. You still get to hammer something.
Yeah, and
it's a cooler story.
And I get to commit an act of violence.
Yeah.
Which is like, in 20 years when I'm in jail for assault, people are going to pull this clip and be like, he let us know who he was right away. Hey, y'all want to hear a really embarrassing story from my past?
Yes.
Has nothing to do with hitting people with hammers.
Okay.
So, sorry to disappoint. Okay. So, one time in 7th grade, it was right before Christmas break, and we were watching the Christmas Carol movie with Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
And I was kind of obnoxious.
Okay.
As a person, and I out loud go, I love Jim Carrey. And this dude on the other side of the classroom was like, oh yeah, what's his birthday? I didn't know, but I didn't want to look like a loser.
Did you make something up?
Yeah, so this is the embarrassing part. I've never been very smart. So I go, September 12th. And everybody was like, oh, shit. Everybody was like, okay. And then I was like, that's right. I shut him up. And then he goes, what year? And I didn't know, man. I didn't know what to say. I've never been good at math. I've never really been smart.
Did you say like 94?
So this is what I did. And I had to answer quick because the September 12th came out fast.
Yeah.
So I couldn't look like I was thinking of the year. So very quickly in my head, I go, okay, I was born in 1999. I'm 12. And then out loud, I go, 18? And I didn't even get to the rest of it. Everyone just starts screaming, laughing. And that kid that was like, what year goes, he just said 18. And I was so embarrassed. And then she just hit play on the movie. So
the teacher's watching this whole thing.
Yeah. It was so bad. What was so bad was like this is how the interaction went.
Okay.
I love Jim Carrey. Oh yeah, what's his birthday? September 12th. Oh, what year? 18. Ha 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 ha. And the teacher's face was just like, and then she hit play on this thing. And then we were just watching A Christmas Carol. So then I had to sit there embarrassed for an hour. And then the bell rang. And I was leaving. And the teacher was like, have a great day, Chase. I guess she felt bad for me because that never happened. She goes, have a great day, Chase. And I was just like, you're just trying to make sure I don't kill myself when I get home. So yeah, there you go.
That's incredible.
Not for me.
Yeah.
Looking back, I feel bad for myself because I just didn't know. Because I was like, he has to be old.
Yeah.
Because when you're a kid, adults all seem like
that's true.
They could be 30 or 80. Like I don't know.
I had no concept of age when I was young.
I had a teacher when I
you
was
could have told me my dad was 80. I would have been like,
okay,
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do I know? Yeah, I've only been here 12 years.
Uh-huh.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I had a teacher one time who was like, she was like just out of college, like 21. Mm-hmm. I assumed she was like a 40-year-old woman.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I look back on like youth pastors a lot.
Oh yeah.
You think they were so old? It's like that was a 20-year-old kid
Who didn't know anything.
Yeah.
Who's probably dumber than you were then. And you were 11.
100%. And they're making decisions about teaching me my moral code. It's
And
like,
they're never
you
right.
should have never listened to you.
It's like, hey man, how am I supposed to listen to you, Daniel? When
Yeah.
I saw you with 2 different white women in your car last week.
Exactly. Daniel.
Daniel. Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I think a lot about what it must be like to be a teacher in that situation.
When I messed up?
Yeah. 'Cause they probably see that all the time.
Yeah, no, that was rough. I mean, most kids aren't that dumb, I don't think. Because, I mean, I was 12. I was old enough to know that the 1800s is way too old. But I was under pressure. I had to think quick. And I was just like, I was born in 1999. And so I was like, very quickly, I was like, well, 1989 is only like, what, 22? And I was like, Jim Carrey's old. And so I was just like,
Yeah,
18.
he's like 80.
Yeah, I was just like 18, man. Maybe he was 1899. You know? So there you go, man. That's
Well,
maybe that's the short film. We're done.
100%. Yeah. Well, guys, this has been a great episode. Our email is written. Now we're gonna show how much your improv skills have improved over the past few years.
Oh, hey, oh wow, that's interesting to think about. Maybe I went so hard on improv because I started doing improv right after that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, maybe
'Cause you're like, I gotta be quick on my feet. I gotta
you never
think
know
of years.
when Walker in my 7th grade English class is gonna be like, "What year?" Now, dude, I would have lit him up, bro.
Yeah. You
I
gotta
love
have-
Jim Carrey. Oh yeah, what's his birthday? I don't know. He's old as shit. So what's your mom's birthday? Boom! I would have had him.
Yeah.
Damn.
Hey. All right, let's get into this. Reach into this bowl. This bowl is shrinking. We're almost through with our
Ooh,
ideas.
This is our regular bowl, not the listener bowl.
Yeah, this is a regular
Okay,
bowl.
we're gonna get some cool ones today then.
Yeah.
Because the listener suggestions suck. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
They're great. They're really great.
Okay, I drew bus driver.
Oh man, why?
I don't know what that-
Why were we? Did we do that?
I feel like I put this in, but I completely forget the thought process behind
So
it.
we did have to do a short film about a bus driver.
I mean, you're acting like it's a boring thing. Might I remind you that the greatest action movie ever is Speed, which is
snap.
technically about someone driving a bus. So
true.
we got stuff we could do
I mean,
here.
a bus driver. That kind of relates with the theme of our opening.
Yeah.
Maybe we could put in a kid embarrassing himself in there.
Kid embarrassing himself on the bus. Okay.
Okay, did you ever ride the bus?
Yeah. Although, again, I was homeschooled up until high school, but in high school I took film classes at a different place,
Oh,
and
so you
so
had
I
to
had
ride
to
a
drive the
bus.
bus from high school to
High school.
yeah.
I never really rode the bus unless there was a field trip. Because, I had a mom who loved me. I used to make that joke in school. Because people would be like, hey, Chase, you ride the bus? I'd be like, no, my mom loves me. And people would get really upset.
Yeah, I'm
because
sure.
looking back, it's because their mom didn't love them.
100%. Yeah, if their mom actually loved them but just couldn't swing it, I'm sure they were fine with it.
Yeah. It was the ones that that hit home, Walker.
Yeah. I did because I rode the bus back and forth between these two schools for 2 years, and the first year there was a bus driver because the county will take everybody that wants to take these arts classes to the place, but at the time only 2 people actually had to ride the bus because only 2 people in my small high school were taking those arts classes.
Oh, okay.
And then maybe 1 or 2 other people had their own cars, which I didn't. So it was only me and one other student, and the bus driver would talk to us a lot. And she actually got a little attached. She enjoyed talking to us. She found out I did film classes, and she was really into Keaton, and so she like burned me a CD of a bunch of Buster Keaton movies.
Oh snap!
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Uh-huh.
That's really good. I feel like I don't know if I ever had any adults that cared enough to do something like that.
Yeah, I will say that
like strangers.
That was rare. Like it felt really, it was very out of the ordinary. Because like, and even like me showing interest in film at the time, it's like all the other adults I was around didn't really give a shit. You know, they were
Brad Pitt over here.
but this random bus driver that you wouldn't expect to was like, oh, I'm super into silent film.
It's
and
like, yo, let me put you on to Buster Keaton.
Yeah.
Bustin. I said Bustin Keaton. That was his nickname. Everybody, oh, that's old Bussin.
Bussin Keaton. Honestly, because there's this rapper once made a song called Charlie Chaplin, and I always thought that was really cool. But Bussin Keaton, that'd be
that's sick.
Because low key, like I have the perfect idea for a Charlie Chaplin music video, but I don't know the guy, and he doesn't even make music.
So we should do.
But I make Bussin Keaton. I could do that video.
I would. Hey, can I be Buster Keaton?
Yeah.
Because I mean that's what I like to do, baby. Stunt work, baby. That's what's up. I think every short film we've done has at least one stunt for me.
Yeah.
Even in our first, My Fridge is Haunted, I ran right into that fridge.
You did, yeah.
I gave it my all. Sing with Fangs, I hit the floor.
Uh-huh.
And then Trouble Date, I get punched.
Yeah.
I love stunts, baby.
I'm surprised people don't tap you for more stunt work. I feel like you need to put your wrestling stuff out there more.
I've been trying. I've been posting a little bit more. I'm surprised people just don't tap me at all for more things. You know?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It's like, hey, I'm also just a actor. A good actor. Well, I don't know about good. That's up for y'all to decide.
So that's one caveat for this bus driver film is we have to have a stunt.
Yeah. What if we did a bus Keaton? What if we did what would I keep wanting to say Bussin' Keaton now. What would a Bussin' Keaton school bus driver movie be?
So I was actually watching some Buster Keaton clips because there was a scene I wanted to do for a project I'm writing. I wanted it to be kind of inspired by that.
Yeah.
I saw this great Buster Keaton motorcycle chase. Have you seen this? Where or actually no, it's not even a motorcycle. He's on a bike. I think, but he was sitting on the handlebars while someone else was pedaling. But then the guy that's pedaling gets knocked off the bike, so it's just him riding on handlebars.
Yeah, I've seen that. I haven't watched all of the Buster Keaton movies in totality, but I've seen pretty much all of the clips.
Yeah, actually, I haven't seen a single one all the way through.
I like
even
Sherlock
though I had that
Jr.
DVD, which I did watch. I just I watched the set pieces.
Fair enough. Yeah. I mean. I've watched some Chaplin and some Buster Keaton movies, but mostly just compilations on YouTube. Is most of them.
You know what we need to do? Because I feel like we've kind of drifted away from this, and this is what's going to make these bowl episodes really good, is we need to think about this as like, hopefully by the end of this, we have a short film we could film, which I think means, one, it's something that's filmable, and two, it's got a role for you. So it's like, you want to do a stunt. Let's get a stunt in this bus driver.
Bus driver. Okay, so we need a bus, which is already out of our budget.
I mean, you could get those old school buses. Maybe.
Yeah. Man, I'm all over the place this episode. I was about to be like, I wanted to buy a school bus and turn it into like a studio. Yeah. We need a bus. All right, so a bus. I feel like a car chase is kind of the most obvious thing. But what can we do that's not just a car chase? You know what I mean?
You could do the bus breaking down.
That's cool. A big thing with buses growing up was like, at school we would do a fire drill where we had to go on the bus and they showed us how to leave the bus if it was on fire or flipped over or something. Yeah. And that would be like twice a year. And so I always kind of associated buses with like bus crashes. Yeah. Because like the only time I was really in them was when they were like, okay, when we flip over, not if, when. This is what you do. Yeah. I'm
trying to think. I mean, other than school buses,
Oh yeah, there's city buses.
There's city buses. We drive like charter buses when I would do robotics and we'd have to travel.
Charter buses,
I've always wondered those really big buses where you put all the luggage at the bottom.
Yeah.
I was always like, a dude could sneak in there.
Oh, that's fun.
There's a stowaway on the bus.
I missed the bus. Went to bed late. Didn't think it'd affect me. You a fan of Crisscross?
I know a little.
That's their hit song. I missed the bus.
Oh, okay.
So.
Hey, speaking of that.
Yeah.
The prompt says bus driver. It doesn't actually say bus. What if because I've always thought about this. What if a bus driver went to pick up some kids from school, but he like stops into the restroom real quick, leaves the keys in, and a student steals the bus?
That's fun. What's the story there? Are we following the story of the bus driver trying to get back to the bus, or are we following the students that stole the bus?
I don't know. I mean, it could be maybe he doesn't want to admit that the bus has been stolen. And we were like, why are you still here?
Is it Okay, I have a fun idea.
Okay.
So he's in the principal's office.
Yeah.
And the principal is like, what happened? And he's trying to give this like outrageous story about why he lost the bus. But he's lying and trying to make it sound like he fought off attackers.
Yeah.
And then like it gets to the end and he's like, did you leave the keys in it? And he's like, yeah, I left the keys. Like that's all it is. But he's trying to tell the story of what happened. And it gets more and more absurd.
Okay.
And we're watching the flashbacks as he's telling the story. I feel like that could be fun.
There's something there.
Yeah,
there's something there. Yeah.
Because I immediately think of that. I don't want to sound like a hack for saying this, but there's this Kevin Hart bit where he talks about like why he's late for work or whatever, and he goes into this whole. And there's a baby on the highway, and I'm like, "What are you doing, baby?" And then it turns out he wasn't a baby; he had Benjamin Button's disease. And then like it keeps going. And there's an emu, and then like it keeps going. And he goes, "So that's why I'm 3 minutes late to work." And I always thought that was a funny thing of like, here's this big outrageous story about why I'm late, and also I'm only 3 minutes late.
Huh. Okay. I like the idea of just having a fight scene in the bus.
Because it's like Shang-Chi did a cool.
I was about to say that Shang-Chi did do it.
City bus type thing.
I keep on hearing people say that that's like the best fight scene in the MCU.
It's up there, I think.
It's up there. I'm not sure. I feel like the I don't know. There's just a digital VFX element to it that I think ruins it.
But they shot it all practically, which is what's crazy.
I mean, but still, like on a stage, you know, like the background's moving.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
What I've noticed, like especially in like the Flash movie, they shot some things practically, and it looked CG.
Yeah. Well, even I think the same thing that happened with the Shang-Chi fight, but even worse. There's this Mission Impossible where they do this stunt where he's like skydiving and he jumps out of his plane and his parachute isn't working, but then they CG'd a bunch of the sky, so it just kind of looks like
so it's like you could have just done it
screen.
fake. Yeah. I hate that. So we're gonna do it for real.
Yeah,
we're gonna jump a bus over the Grand Canyon.
Do you ever see the movie RV? I have distinct memories of that as a kid.
Does that have old
I think Robin Williams is.
Oh, no, I haven't. Then. I was about to say, does it have Jason Sudeikis in it?
Yeah. Oh, that's where the Millers.
Yeah, but I think he did another one. Yeah. Or maybe it wasn't Jason Sudeikis. No, I haven't seen it, to answer your question. Oh, yeah, Robin Williams. This looks like one of those movies. Oh, it's got a young Josh Hutcherson. It looks like one of the movies I would have bought on DVD at a flea market.
It does have that vibe. Yeah.
Did you ever see that movie Catch That Kid?
No.
This is one of those I got on a DVD at a flea market.
Okay.
It's starring a young Kristen Stewart.
Yeah.
And a young Corbin Bleu.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about these like 3 kids who like pull off this bank robbery. It was awesome. I loved that movie. Has a 13% on Rotten Tomatoes, as most of my favorite movies from childhood do.
Durango Kids.
Dude. Bruh. No one has seen that movie. But for those of us who have, it's a magical thing.
Wait, it's on Letterboxd, right?
Yeah.
How many
reviews are there?
Yeah, how many people have seen it on Letterboxd?
I'll pull it up. But there's like 4 written reviews, and I'm one of them.
You're
And a lot of them are like, this movie sucks. And I'm like, you should stay off my app. Dude, that movie's so great. Okay. Okay. There's 14 written reviews.
Okay.
205 people have watched the movie.
Wow.
20 of them gave it a 1 star. That's the majority.
Okay.
7 people gave it 5 stars. I'm one of those.
You're
7.
one of them.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, hey,
so there were 6 other people out there that gave Durango Kids 5 stars.
Oh, 100%. And if you, here's the thing, man. Any of y'all ever seen this movie, Durango Kids? Someone in the letterbox was like, this was just in a pizza box. That me and my friends ordered pizza, and it was in the pizza box. And so we watched it. And I mean, that's how I found it. Not in a pizza box, but just at a flea market.
Yeah.
I just bought a DVD. And it was beautiful. Me and my sister loved that movie. I think it holds up. I watched it not too long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Just imagine getting pizza. There's just a random movie and you.
Which leads me to, like, I like to think that the pizza guy was like one of the guys that made the movie.
The pizza guy was like my old bus driver, only instead of Keaton, he was like, these kids have to know.
Let me put you on. Young Corbin Blue, young Chris Stewart. I like to think, because I've tried to find the dude that made the movie, because I wanted to, like, interview him.
Yeah.
I would love to have him on Written By. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
It was just like some guy. It was like this little indie movie that they shot and like put out on DVD. Like I don't even think it had a theatrical release. And so it was just like, I like to think that the pizza guy was the director.
The pizza guy was
I like to think that.
I mean, look, independent film is hard. If you have a film flop, you can.
Not even. I don't even think it flopped. I just don't think it had a theatrical release. Like it never got picked up. So it was just a home movie. Really well done.
Yeah,
I think.
What if in our bus driver short, bus driver has like a mixtape or something, and the whole thing is she's handing it out to students.
That's funny.
The bus driver's trying to make a career happen.
Yeah, but he's just a bus driver for now, or she's just a bus driver for now. My wife, she went to Costa Rica one time on like a church trip, and their tour guide was a rapper named Johnny Mendoza, and he just like gave everyone his mixtape. I listened to it the other day. We still have it. He's pretty good. I hope he made it.
There's this guy some of my friends at college ran into at the mall.
Oh,
and
man.
He was giving out his mixtape at the mall, and I still follow him on Snapchat to this day.
Is he still making music?
He's Therrell Screets.
Is he still making music?
I don't think so, but I don't know.
Because it's probably just stuff like him at the house.
Pretty much. He was at South by Southwest like 5 years ago, but I mean, you don't.
Good for Screets.
Don't have to be important to. If you just buy a ticket to South by South, I don't know.
That's funny. Yeah, no, I've gotten a few gas station mixtapes in my day.
Okay.
And then like they're all garbage except for one track, and you're like, it's pretty good.
I would love to do a podcast where you just review those random mixtapes. The only thing is I wouldn't want them to be sent to me. They'd have to be things that other people had gotten handed.
Yeah, like because otherwise it just becomes a thing of people trying to get their song played on.
Exactly. Yeah.
No.
Dude, you remember Checkers, the Christian rapper?
Yeah.
Whose CD we found at college and I played, and it turned out he was in prison or something.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was a great episode of Church Stories. That was a wild day.
Yeah. What a bus driver is handing out a mixtape and like
Studs.
Okay, the thing is it could be one of those situations where it's only 2 people are on the bus. So you don't have a crowd of people you could disappear into. You have to talk to the bus driver.
Yeah.
The bus driver hands a student a mixtape. Is like, you should listen to this. It'd be pretty cool. And then like every day,
have you
for,
listened
like,
to
the
it
rest
yet?
of the years, like, have you listened to it?
Did you
what
like
do you
it?
think of it? And this could even be like how you embarrassed yourself in high school. What the student who has clearly not listened to the tape is like, oh yeah, I really like track 5. It's like,
Oh, yeah?
what was your favorite part of that? And he just makes up a random lyric that wasn't in there.
You know, when you were like, I'm thriving, bus driving. That wasn't in track 5.
Yeah.
And he's like, it was in track 2. You just got him confused.
But he slips up, and then the bus driver is consistently late. And he keeps on being late to his other stop.
Because the bus driver's feelings are hurt.
Yeah, and he's petty now, and they aren't talking. And there's another student on the bus who's like, why did you not
just listen to it, man? And he's like, I don't have a CD player. He's like, well, do you have a car? I'm on the bus.
I'm on the bus, yeah.
He's like, and 11. Yeah, I've always been super fascinated with the dynamic of teachers or like, I mean, our bus drivers like teacher adjacent, and students, because it's like, just imagine being a 34-year-old woman and your arch nemesis is a 12-year-old boy. Like, that's just like, teachers used to have so much beef with us, and it's like, oh, we're immature 11-year-olds, and you're a grown woman.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, like, you do have a concentration of 30 immature people all at once.
Yeah, but I remember, like, I had teachers say some of this, like, really mean things to me.
Yeah. We also went to terrible schools.
Right. I mean, there is that. Like, I remember I had a sub one time. My hair was sticking up on the back of my head all day, like a cowlick.
Yeah.
Is that problematic? No.
Okay,
I just realized I hadn't said that.
Cows?
I hadn't said that word out loud in like a decade, and I was like, ooh. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
And I was self-conscious about it. So what I was doing was I was trying to bring it up before people could make fun of me.
Yeah.
And so I kept being like, oh, like devil horns over here. Yeah. Like, oh, bunny ears. No one's taking my picture. Yeah. And the substitute goes, I know you want attention, but please be quiet and sit down. And I was like, what? Like, it just destroyed me.
Yeah.
And again, I was in 6th grade, so I was 11.
Yeah. I mean, look,
She's a grown woman. I hope she's not happy wherever she is now.
Grown women, I almost said women because you said women, but grown people.
Yeah.
They will just, if their lives are sad enough, they'll just put down whoever to make themselves feel good. And sometimes it's children. Sometimes it's their own kids.
That's true.
I know people like that, and I feel sorry for them, but they keep the cycle going every time. So
yeah, I hope wherever that substitute teacher is, I hope she's sad.
Yeah. Okay, I did, while you're talking, I had an idea for the end of the
Okay, let's hear it, because I've given up on trying.
No, I feel like talking freely, it's helping the ideas flow.
Yeah.
So this bus driver made a mixtape, and he wanted the students to listen, and this one student clearly didn't, and now he's mad and he's being petty.
Yeah.
And it turns out that finally the student manages to get a CD player. He plays the tape, and the whole reason he wanted him to listen is because the last song on the tape is about them. And he's like,
oh,
I thought I failed when I didn't make it in my rap career and had to take a bus driver job, and then these students changed my life or something like that.
And it's a good song.
Yeah.
And it's like a Kendrick.
It's the only good one. Like, the first one is complete garbage.
Yeah.
And it's like,
it's just
but
like,
he just randomly has this, like what you were saying, all these mixtapes like seem to have one
good
song.
track. Yeah. And the song is just kind of like, you know, I thought that my life was pointless. I thought there was nothing for me. But then I realized that there's 2 kids who depend on me. And it's just like,
Yeah.
And he's, or is it a male or a female bus driver?
I think it's a male, so it could be you.
Right. I guess I can't be the kid. Yeah. And it's just like this like deep, like, oh, hey, these 2 kids who I have to take from here to here every day depend on me.
Yeah.
And it's like, I always kind of thought that unless I was a huge rap star, that I didn't really matter in the world.
Yeah.
But I do matter in the world.
Yeah.
Because if I wasn't here, these 2 kids wouldn't be able to get to and from where they need to be.
Yeah.
And that's a really beautiful thing.
It is, yeah.
And then, yeah.
He gets his feelings hurt when he... Okay. Instead of just asking what do you think of it, he more specifically asks, what do you think of the last track?
And he goes,
What do you like about the last track? It's like, well, I like the part where you said, and then he just like repeats a lyric from the first track or something.
And he's like, no, that's the first track. What about the last track? You didn't listen to the last track.
Yeah.
No,
I didn't
have time.
Yeah.
You know, homework. Oh, that's okay. We'll listen tomorrow. And then it just keeps.
Yeah.
Did you listen yet?
Yeah. So we need to come up with, so bus driver takes these students every day. He's always talking about music with them, like what kids listen to, and that's when he slips in. Oh, I'm actually I'm a rapper, and actually I just recorded a tape, and you go 2 mixtapes, and of course like this is 2023, so it's like, oh, CDs.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is it on Spotify? No, I don't own the rights to the tracks.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, okay. Yeah. Is it on SoundCloud? I don't know how to work it.
Yeah.
I don't have a smartphone.
And how do you make the music? And it's like, well,
I have a producer friend.
I have an iMac 1.
An iMac 1.
I got one of those iMacs that's both colored and see-through. You know?
We have one of those here. That's really funny.
I was on GarageBand 0.
Yeah. Okay, I think we have something.
Yeah. So he slips him the tape, and just out of curiosity, our main student pops it in and listens to the first track. And the first track is just the worst possible song, where it's just all stock sounds, everything's out of key, and then the hook is just something really...
Yeah. And I mean, we've all listened to someone's rap song.
Yep.
And been like, yikes.
Yeah.
There was this dude in college I went to college with, and he was like, that was his thing. He's a musician.
Yeah.
And he put out this song. And it was so bad. It was so bad.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to be mean. So whenever he was like, hey, what'd you think of it? I was just like, oh, man, I loved it. Mm-hmm. And I kind of had a moment similar to like the bus driver and the kid where he's like, oh, what was your favorite part? Luckily, I had listened to it about 50 times and died laughing because I'm a bully. And so I knew exactly what to say. I was like, oh, I like this part. But really, I didn't. I'm a liar.
Okay, wait. Do I know who this person is?
Potentially. We can talk about it off the air. Because he's gotten a lot better since then.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. He actually, I need to stop giving details about this person.
Yeah.
He's gotten a lot better, though.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah. That's part of it, is I feel like every artist, you have to make a bunch of bad stuff before you, Yeah. So, kid pops the first one in, pops the CD in. The first track is like, oh, you know what it should be? He should be one of these, this new style of rap that's very melodic and auto-tune dependent, but he doesn't have any auto-tune.
Oh,
because he can't afford it.
He just sounds bad.
Like, imagine a Yeet song with no auto-tune. It's like, flexing money, Tonka, flexing, I got skrr.
Yeah, because he can't afford the plug-in, so that's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like we still like need something, because it's like right now we have, okay, kid gets on the bus, same 2 every day. He has a mixtape, he gives it to him. Hey, have you listened to it? Yeah. What'd you like? I haven't really listened to it. His feelings are hurt. he ends up listening to it and he realizes that the last track is about these two kids on the bus that have helped him through a hard time. They don't even know it. We're missing some steps.
Yeah, we're missing some stuff. Well, one is when he doesn't listen, bus driver gets petty and stops taking him places on time.
That's right.
But also, what if do you ever okay, I don't know if I told this story before, but there was this time I was at this networking thing, or I was at this conference in college. So there were a bunch of college students around. Yeah. There was this dude that had made a short film that had gotten a few million views on YouTube. So of course he was like a big deal at the time.
Yeah.
One of my friends happened to know this guy.
Okay.
They were in like this summer program or something. So she introduces me to him and he's just a complete like thinks he's better than everyone and everything. But you know, everyone at college was like, you got to come here with business cards and everything. Yeah. So I handed him a card and like as we were talking, which he clearly didn't want to talk, he not only like laid down on this entire row of chairs, like as I was trying to talk, like I was only talking because like my friend had introduced us. And I was like, we should at least try. But as I'm talking, he's laying down on these chairs and he's like just kind of like ripping up the business card as he's doing it, like just as like a thing to do with his hands or something. And he like realized at the end that he had like torn it up in front of me.
Dude, hey, we would have fought.
Yeah. Dude. Well, you know what? He's not done anything since. And
jeez,
look at us.
Yeah. Look at this mountain of success over here.
I've gotten a few million YouTube views than him.
As I use my $1,000 bills to wipe my sweat. No, I'm joking. No, but sincerely, you're way more successful than him.
But
that's really funny.
I was trying to think, like...
I can't believe you did that. Yeah. That's so funny.
Yeah.
It's so messed up.
Uh-huh.
Who was he? Who was the video? Man. What was the video?
I would put him on blast, but I forget his name.
Yeah, he's not even worthy of...
The short film was something about... It took place at a dinner table. It was like Pass the Salt or something. It was...
I hope wherever you are, you're sad. That's what I hope. Dude... And if I ever see you in public, dude, it's on. Unless you immediately come out the gate with, I was a bad person back then. I've changed. I've grown. I've matured. You better come out hot, bruh.
Yo, you want to know the really crazy thing? That event that we met at right before the creator of VeggieTales was one of the speakers.
Oh, wow.
You know.
You did a music video with over 5 million streams.
5 million.
Hey, I'm going to hand you a business card right now. Rip it up. Because you're a baller, son.
Okay, but all that to say is like, what if this kid, when he's handed a mixtape, sometimes he'll hand people a gift and you could tell like from the jump they don't care about it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I was also trying to think, what if...
Oh, he leaves it on the bus?
He leaves it on... Oh, that actually makes it better because he leaves it on the bus and then he asks what he thought about it.
Oh, and he knows.
He knows.
Because he has it. Yeah. And the kid, I mean, I would lie in that situation. Like, oh, yeah, I really liked it. Oh, yeah, what was your favorite part? I really liked the first song. I only got through a few of the songs because I didn't have a whole bunch of time, but I really liked the first song.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, what was the first song called? I don't remember. I don't remember the track names, but it went like, you know. It was in C, I think. It was in C minor, I think, actually.
Oh, that's the thing. It's like he doesn't know he's lied up until he's like, yeah, that sounds about it. Like, oh, I'm flexing. Yeah, I think I said that, but that was an F sharp.
But no, because he has the CD, so he knows he's lied from the jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun. And then I think like the majority of the short would be him making the kid late not picking him up,
Yeah.
not like it's really cold, not turning the heat on the bus, like just like picking on him because his feelings are hurt.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "You're ruining." The big ending is the kid being like, "You're ruining my life," and he's just like, "I just wanted you to listen to the mixtape."
What if it's less? I don't know if I'm fully on board with this yet, but just an option instead of it being a heartwarming. Oh, he wrote a song about them at the end.
It's a diss track,
or no, it's more like that barbershop episode of Atlanta where that dude is so relentlessly not gonna do his job.
Yes, I love that episode.
Just wants to be listened to.
Yeah. That's good. That's a good North Star, I think.
I think the maybe the ultimate climax and stuff is the bus driver who's been making this kid late and everything. The kid comes into the bus one day. There's a CD player, headphones, and the mixtape. It was like, we are not getting off this bus
until you listen to this mixtape. Yeah. We just got to find a good way to land it, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
because we have a bunch of ideas in the middle. How many minutes into this are we?
42.
Oh yeah, so we need to come up with something quick. Somebody had to talk about embarrassing moments from their life for 20 minutes. To be completely honest, the reason I told that story out the gate was I had told that story before on a different show.
Yeah.
But I didn't look good in the clip.
Oh, you wanted to.
And so I redid it on this so that way I could post it on Instagram.
No way.
And if I don't like the way I look in this episode, I might tell it again next week.
Okay, yeah. The written by listeners are going to be like 3 weeks later, like, why is he telling the same bit? No, you need to do the fake thing all comedians now do, which is you just set up a podcast mic, look vaguely in the distance, but we all know you're not on an actual podcast.
I thought about it, but I bully people that do that too much. So I was like, I can't.
I mean, they deserve it.
Oh, look, say what you want about me. I don't bully people who don't deserve it. Like if you're a kid and I ask you, and let's say a kid says, I love Paw Patrol. I will say, what's his birthday?
Yeah.
And you better come correct with the year.
I'm not like really a bully, but I feel that way about some people.
I'm not a bully.
I feel that way about Mike Warnke.
Yeah. There you go. I mean, I'm not a bully either. I'm just playing. I am a comedian.
Yeah.
So I guess a kind of a bully.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I realize most stand-ups aren't good people.
Yeah. I mean, ouch.
What? When's the last time you did stand-up?
It was 4 months ago.
Yeah.
It was the first time I did it too. Killed though.
Yeah.
Killed. No, I'm joking. I'm not a stand-up comedian. Yeah. I'm like a Will Ferrell movie comedian.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, I don't even know what this episode is. We need to come up with a plot.
Okay. So we have a bus driver and a mixtape.
And at one point we wanted to do stunts.
Oh wait, you know,
I kind of wanted a samurai fight on the bus.
Yeah.
Like a Jackie Chan, Buster Keaton. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, because that's where we started was Buster Keaton.
Yeah.
Bus and Keaton.
Bus and Keaton.
Okay, but let's stick with what we got because we got a good direction.
Okay. I just had another idea that's going to completely derail this.
Let's hear it.
For some reason, I was thinking about what if bus driver hands the kid the mixtape, but he accidentally doesn't hand him the mixtape. He accidentally hands him something really valuable. And so the kid realized that, I don't know. I was trying to work up to like, what if there's a fight scene on the bus between a kid and a bus driver?
Oh, that's fun. Like
my thought process was like, you know, that one of a kind Wu-Tang album. What if it said in the mixtape he accidentally put the one of a kind Wu-Tang album into the thing?
Yo. Wu-Tang.
You saying samurai made me think Wu-Tang.
Hey guys, this might not be our best episode, but you can't deny it's entertaining.
Exactly. That's the whole thing about Written By, is it's hard to both come up with a great film and be entertaining.
Hey, what if we were just like, hey, we're done? What if we were just like, hey, the short film was the memories we made along the way. That was the...
I was imagining, what if the bus driver is looking at the kid while he's listening to the mixtape and he's not watching the road, and they like drive off a cliff or something?
Hey, this is not a funny story by any means. This is a true story though.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law is from Colorado, and there's this big mountain or whatever, and a very thin road at the top of this mountain. And when she was in high school, the football team was on this road on the bus, and the bus went off the side of the mountain.
Dang.
Thousands upon thousands of feet.
Did everyone die?
Did
people survive?
I think a couple people survived, but there were fatalities. I think her cousin was on the bus, and I think he lived.
Oh, dang.
But, or maybe not, maybe he died. I don't know.
Yeah.
She's next door. You want me to go ask her?
That's great. Huh. I mean, there's a stunt for you right there, you know?
Yeah.
Bus falling off of a cliff. I've always wondered, because I remember when I lived in Tennessee, we took a field trip to this wind turbine place. It was really high up on a mountain. It was really steep mountains, really thin, windy roads. And like, there's just a little drop, and it's like hundreds of feet down. And someone was like, yeah, a car fell down that like a few years ago. And I was like, how does anyone even survive something like that? It's such a long...
Insane.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I was thinking about Buster Keaton, and we do have a modern day Buster Keaton, and his name is Johnny Knoxville.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's the closest thing.
You're not wrong, really.
Yeah.
The only thing is if he did more narrative instead of just like...
Yeah, but I mean, he's done narrative.
He has, yeah.
That Action Park movie.
Yeah.
That's a Buster Keaton movie.
Yeah.
Johnny Knoxville, Buster Keaton. Yeah. Bussin' Keaton.
Bussin' Keaton.
Well, this has been written by... we hope you took something from this episode. I know I did. A clip at the top for my Instagram. I'll collab post with Written By. Yeah. I'm not selfish.
Let's bring this home. So,
all right.
I like the idea that this bus driver has a mixtape and he wanted the kid to listen to it. The kid obviously didn't. And so he's being petty. And then finally it comes to a head, and the bus driver is like, hey, I'm going to watch you listen to the mixtape. I'm not going to take my eyes off you until you listen to the whole thing. Okay. And the bus is in motion. And so a lot of the short is this Keaton-esque, it's like that bike chase, but instead of the bike just weaving through these roads uncontrollably and just narrowly missing like 20 accidents, it's a bus.
Yeah, that's fun. And then how do we end it? Do they wreck? Or does he finish the mixtape and he was like, I'm sorry, that was actually really good.
Yeah, it was actually really good.
And then they hit a ramp and they're just like over a freeway, just whoa. And then the title song of the short film is the song from the mixtape.
Yeah. What if, even to make it, what if the kid is not just any kid, the kid's dad owns a record label?
And that would give him a little bit more reason to be like, I don't want to listen to your mixtape.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. So this guy's like my big chance, one of these kids on my bus. So that means the bus driver needs to learn a lesson by the end. And the lesson is don't use this kid for his connections, because that's not how it works. So how does he learn that lesson?
By wrecking the bus. I don't know.
Here you go. I bet you didn't expect me to contribute that much. That was a good question.
Yeah. So the bus driver needs to learn not to take advantage of the students he's driving to.
Yeah, which, I mean, there's some bus drivers at my school that needs to learn to not take advantage of their students.
Okay, well, here it is. Dude, I saw the funniest. I mean, it's not funny, but it's also hilarious.
Yeah.
But there is this interview. It's like this person has a kid. You see this?
I think I know what you're talking about.
The teacher was asked, "Do you have a favorite student?"
And she said,
and she's
"No."
like, "No, I don't." And you hear kids laughing in the background, and one kid audibly goes, "Yeah, you do." And then it instantly cuts to her mugshot.
Yeah, dude, that's hilarious. Yeah, no, that's what it's like to go to my school.
Yeah,
That
I'm
clip.
sure. Yeah,
The fact that everyone knew, everyone thought it was hilarious.
yeah.
And then you're an adult and you're looking back and you're like, what in the world? Yeah. Oh, man.
Okay, but you said something earlier where you would make fun of the kids that rode the bus because they had moms that did love them. Maybe.
Okay, I need to clarify something. I never actually said it. That is a joke.
Oh, no, you definitely said that.
That professional comedian Chase Bridges at 24 made up for the written by audience. Okay, I wasn't walking around as a 14-year-old like, oh, you ride the bus, your mom must not love you.
I don't believe you.
No, dude, I was not funny in middle school and high school. I was obnoxious, as we learned from my story at the top of the episode. I wasn't clever enough to come up with that. That was all me right now, baby.
But the bus driver learns his lesson when he pulls up to the stop and there are no kids there, and he looks across the way and our main kid is stepping into his mom's car.
Oh, so he just doesn't want to ride the bus anymore. Or what's the worst thing that could happen to a guy with a terrible mixtape that's trying to get it heard by a music producer?
I think
he listens to it.
Yeah.
And it sucks.
Yeah, I mean, I think the worst thing that would happen is it would get listened to a lot, but by people making fun of it, you know.
Oh yeah, that is rough. Well, this has been written by.
Okay. Here, the bus driver, the ultimatum is like, hey, I got you a CD player. I got headphones in here. Listen to the tape and tell your dad about it. And it's like, I don't really feel like listen to the tape and tell your dad about it. You're not getting off this bus until you do.
That's kidnapping.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's 100% what happens. But like, he in his mind doesn't see it as kidnapping. He thinks he's just he is being an assertive marketer.
Yeah.
You know?
I also like the idea of like, and I know
there's
54 minutes in isn't the time to start like actually doing work.
Go for it. We can cut whatever.
But like you could add stakes where it's like, dude, I have a test at 8:45.
Yeah.
If I do not get to class on time, I do not get to take my test. I'm going to fail my class. We have to go. Okay. And he's like, nope.
Yep.
Not until. So that way there's a time stake.
Where I want to end this is we get an almost shot-for-shot remake of that OJ shot where there were 20 cops chasing, but instead of over a murder, we know it's about this dude that wants his mixtape listened to.
Yeah, that's it. That's how we end it. That's exactly how we end it.
And the police, they don't know that this is what's happening. They think a kid is just like maybe the kid tries to call a parent, he snatches the phone and it falls out of a window. Yeah. And so all that the parents hear or the bus driver won't let me off. And so there is like a statewide manhunt for this bus all over this mixtape. And the bus driver doesn't know how much trouble he's in.
And it's this big police chase, OJ chase. And the whole time he's like, just listen to the mixtape.
I mean, honestly, it's or basically it's speed. Only instead of you have to keep the bus at a certain thing, it's like you have to listen to the tape.
And then so how does it end?
Okay, that's all we need to figure out. We've got it, which is, I mean, the kid's tactics. At first, he doesn't want to. Then he tries to call the parents. The phone gets snatched out. Then he's trying to listen to it, and we got to play it up like this is the worst thing ever. So like maybe it's barely listenable for him. He puts it on. He's like, can't do it. He's like, but you have that test. It's like, I don't care about the test anymore.
I'm not listening to this. Yeah.
And then
oh, I like the idea. Maybe he's not a rapper. He does that weird like spoken word music, like Hobo Johnson. Oh, I hate that stuff. I would not listen to it if it was like a Hobo Johnson song.
I mean, I think it's still rap, but the delivery is that, you know?
Yeah.
It's very offbeat, you know.
And I twist my hair around and around, and I pull my hair, and I'm falling down. And
well, okay, if you're Hobo Johnson, it's more like I twist my hair round and round, and then I'm falling.
yeah, I do not like Hobo Johnson.
He has one album I really like, but I think he got signed to a major and they just produced it better. As soon as that record deal fell through, his stuff was garbage again.
Yeah, no, The only thing I like about Hobo Johnson is that he's the only person rocking the name Hobo in 2023.
That's true, yeah.
Oh, well. All right, how are we ending this thing?
Okay, so cops are coming, and then that's when the bus driver realizes, oh, I'm actually in a lot of trouble. Now I need to escape. And so that would be the midpoint flip, where now it's not just get my mixtape heard, but now I'm evading cops. And so there's a police chase, and somehow our student manages to get the bus stopped.
Okay.
Like, okay, here it is. To get him to stop the bus, he finally puts on the headphones, and he listens to the song, and he starts rapping along with it, and he acts like he enjoys it. He's like, yeah, I got money. And then he's like, do you like it? And then that's when he turns to look at it, and you see like a single tear roll down. I was like, you like it? And then boom, just like crash.
Yeah, and they crash.
Yeah.
And then cut to black. We fade back in at the police station.
Yeah.
The kid's fine.
Yeah.
That guy's got like a broken arm. The bus driver has like a broken arm.
Mm-hmm.
And he's being put in handcuffs. And he's like, it wasn't kidnapping. It was a marketing fears. I read it in a newsletter.
Yeah.
And then, tell it to the judge.
Yep.
That's the end.
That's the end.
And that's the story of my distaste for music producers on TikTok that are just like, stop at nothing to get your music heard. Yeah. Here's 14 tips.
Exactly. 100%. Yeah. Yeah, I like that, man. I think
it might be the worst short film we've ever written on this show.
I think there's something there. And honestly, I think if I were to compile it into our normal outline segment, it would actually sound pretty great.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Don't want to.
I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't even really want to do it either.
I reached, man, this is a few episodes back, but with our Ghost Cult episode, for the first time, I was so proud of how this podcast, we have such great sound design. Yeah. On these end like episode outline clips. Yeah. For the first time, finally, after over 2.5 years of doing this, at the point where it's like, I'm too busy with actual film stuff, and I didn't put any sound effects on.
Hey,
I think that's where we're at.
As long as you're busy with actual film stuff, that's a great thing.
It was that day we were doing that ADR. Yeah. And we got to hear about all those exciting things. Yeah. And I was like, if this podcast gets in the way of actual filmmaking, it's not doing what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, man. We don't even have to do it at all if you don't want to.
Yeah. I mean, I want to most weeks, but I'm going to be honest, I'm going to be busy when this episode drops. So, yeah.
You know that far ahead, you're going to be busy?
I could take an educated guess.
What do you got going on? Am I going to be busy?
I think like work stuff.
Oh, so I am going to be busy.
Maybe.
Wow, what a terrible way to end this episode. Me finding out I'm going to be busy in 6 weeks. Yeah, no, probably not our best short, but really, I think a great episode.
It was a great episode. I think honestly, it could crack top 5 episodes of this season.
Oh yeah, yeah, dude. We have some baller stories in this one.
Yeah.
The fact that dude ripped up your business card.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Hey, and this is a reminder, and I've got the hammer. If I ever catch you in the streets for what you did to my boy Robert, it's on, dog.
Oh, man. Yeah, guys.
What's the name of this?
Thank you so much for the. Yeah, we do need a name.
What's the name?
Bus driver with a mixtape.
Bussin' Keaton.
That's right. Yeah, that's like his rap name or something. Yeah. We're sorry.
And this has been Bussin' Keaton, written by
Robert Therrell
and partially Chase Bridges.
So, I almost feel like this could be a way the podcast goes in the future. If like our film careers actually take off and we're too busy doing podcasts, we just casually chat and have a vague idea at the end of it. But everyone had a lot of laughs along the way.
Yeah, I think so.
And also that Charlie Chaplin song.
We can make that.
The hook has great wordplay where it's like, I move in silence, Charlie Chaplin.
Ooh.
And it's like, yeah, we need a Bussin' Keaton line like that.
I got some. Hold on. I'm cooking.
Okay.
My drip is quiet, but trust it's leaking. Baby boy, I'm bussin' Keaton.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can come up with something fun. Hey guys,
Thanks for listening.
thanks. I don't practice sangria.
What's that?
The Sublime song. I don't practice sangria.
I don't know any words to Sublime songs.
We can't be friends, man. I remember our road trip.
Yeah.
I played the Sublime playlist.
Man, I should have picked up on it.
I don't practice Santeria. I ain't got no crystal balls.
You know, somebody did a study that like how people listen to music is the first time through.
Yeah.
Like most people barely comprehend the lyrics at all. It's just
fair.
The musicality and the general vibe of it.
Yeah.
It's upon repeated listens that they actually kind of get what the song's about.
That makes sense.
That's my defense.
No, that's fair. That's fair. And also, it's kind of hard to listen when Chase is talking.
Yeah,
the whole time. I'm
over
freestyling over the Sublime beat. Do you think, okay, not to get too deep in this outro, because this is more of a podcasty question. Do you think the same thing could be said for movies, where you have to watch it multiple times to really get the meaning?
You know, maybe with certain movies. There are definitely movies that are designed like that.
Yeah.
But I do
like
think...
Shrek.
Oh, exactly. Like with something as deep as Shrek.
Yeah.
You need 4 or 5
You find out that it's
rewatches.
about, systemic racism.
Exactly. Yeah.
After a few watches.
Yeah.
Because, he's in a swamp. They don't want him.
I mean, someone on Letterboxd did point out that the second Shrek movie and Get Out kind of have
the same plot.
Story.
Yeah.
But what were we talking about? Oh, yeah. I think with movies it's a little different, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you have, 2.5 hours to kind of digest a movie's themes.
Yeah.
You have 2.5 minutes to digest a song. Yeah. And it's kind of hard to focus when you have that
exactly
going on in a song.
Yeah. I mean, and that's why you have to watch Nolan movies over and over again. Because
you can't hear a goddamn thing.
One of my unpopular opinions is I stand by most of the Nolan sound editing.
Yeah, I do too. Tenet was rough. I'm not going to lie.
I feel like he mixes the sound how it would be if you're in those scenarios. Like, there's a part in Tenet where they're out on a boat and all you hear is waves, but it's like that's what you would hear for real.
That makes sense. But also
people put too much emphasis on the dialogue. Not everything is meant to be heard, I don't think.
Dang, man. I thought I was going to be sitting in like a popular opinion, and then you really making me rethink things. Because I'm not one of those people that are like, oh, Christopher Nolan movies are so confusing. Like, I'm not the guy that's like, Inception is so confusing. It's not. It's so simple.
Yeah.
Tenet was confusing.
Yeah.
And so I think maybe people were a little frustrated because they were trying to figure out what was going on.
Yeah.
And then sometimes they couldn't hear. And they were like, that's why I didn't get it, because I couldn't hear what they were saying.
Yeah. That's probably it. They think that if those waves or those bullets weren't there,
Yeah.
they would hear the magic word.
There was one sentence that Robert Pattinson made, but you couldn't hear over and it just made everything make sense. He's just like, yeah, dude, the beach makes you old. The beach makes you old. That's what it is.
If I was directing a movie like that, I would 100% do that. I would
That's
hide
funny.
the titular line like right under a bunch of background noise.
That's funny. You should do that for real. That is really funny. Okay, this is an outro. We need to get out of here.
Okay, yeah.
Thanks for watching.
This whole entire episode was interesting. I didn't even want to put it out, but
I said we should.
here we are. It is kind of funny.
I make the decisions around here.
Look,
I'm the brains of this operation.
every once in a while, we don't 100%
Like an
nail
episode. Yeah.
a 100% structured story outline at the end of an hour-long session.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes sometimes. But the real reward was not the film at the end, but the laughs we had.
The journey on
along
the way. Yeah, amen, dude. I don't even remember what story we came up with for the bus driver.
Honestly, like, because you never remember, but honestly, I can't quite remember either. I'll listen back when I'm cutting this.
I don't know. I was going to order dinner while we were talking, and then I got carried away talking about Christopher Nolan.
Yeah. Guys, our finale is coming up. Our rival pitch finale.
Woo!
It's nearing the end of the season. It's going to be big. If you aren't voting on the rival pitches, we have one more rival pitch episode out that you should vote on. Go over to all of our social media platforms at writtenbypod.
Yeah. And guys, what a wild ride this has been. You know,
Yeah.
life is like a penny. Sometimes it falls on the concrete and you got to pick it back up. And that's what really this podcast is all about.
Yeah. And sometimes when you pick it up, there's a strange message on it that says writtenbypodcast@gmail.com because that's our email where you can send us suggestions for what we should do future episodes on. Be sending suggestions. We've recorded all the episodes for this season, but we really would like to start with some listener suggestions next season.
Yeah, because we go on hiatus, quotations around hiatus. We start grinding in the new year, baby. We
Yeah.
start right after Christmas. And you know, life is like Christmas. People get really expensive and greedy for about a month.
Yeah,
And then you just gotta go back to being humble. And that's what life's all about.
that is what life is all about.
Yeah.
That and picking up pennies.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So hey, thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next week with the Rival Pitches finale!
That's the week after next.
Oh shit.